Okay, air signs. This is your elemental reading for September. Pick a card, elemental reading. So we have cards 1, 2, and 3 from left to right. 1, 2, 3. So before I get started, have a number of one of the cards in mind. I think I forgot to mention on the Earth one, in the description box below, there's my email address and a link to my PayPal account and a description of the readings that I have set up currently. So you can open up the description box and read about that. And if you want to book a personal private reading, then please email me first. And like I said, my email address is in the description box below. And then once we've made contact, then you can, I'll give you the link to my PayPal, which is in the description box below as well. And then we can set up payment after we've made contact through email. Of course, I mean, that makes sense, right? So, take a second to pick a card. I'm not necessarily going to go in order of 1, 2, 3, so take about 11 seconds to do that. Okay, so I've already shuffled, cut the cards, split. I've already seen the cards because this is a new deck that I'm using, and there's a lot of really good information in here. So I can't fit it in the shot. It's such a huge box. That's the Inner Child cards from Isha Lerner and Mark Lerner. Aw, isn't that special? So cute. Well, they could be brother and sister. I don't know. I haven't researched, but still cute, right? Okay. Right, teaming up, working together. So I'm going to start with card 3. So my air signs, I hope I said air, not water. Yeah, air. We're going in order of the calendar: earth, air, water, fire. So we have the 5 of Wands. In this deck it's called the Magic Wands. And on the top of the wand here, there's a butterfly. And butterflies, as you might know if you watch a lot of tarot readings, butterflies represent transformation. And 5 is also a very organic number. When you think of, 5 fingers and toes, 5 petals on a flower, not all flowers, but your most basic flower has 5 petals. Like I said, 5 fingers and toes. So 5 is a very organic number. 5 is also represents creation, so, and nature. It's a very organic number. So one of the things that it mentions, and the 5 of Wands, this is the 5 of Magic Wands, but typically the 5 of Wands or rods or staves, it can represent traditionally obstacles. Okay, so, but obstacles are opportunities for growth. And this book is so beautifully written. What it mentions at the very end is when the pain of let me read it so I don't, because it's so beautiful. So, 6, 3, 4, 5. Okay. The last line here, it says, consider the significance of this beautiful saying. And the day came when the risk to remain tight in a bud was more painful than the risk it took to blossom. And I just think that's so beautiful and poignant and like, okay, so five-pointed flower is often called by alchemists the sacred womb. And so it's very much, like I said, a number of nature, very organic number. I won't get too much into the book, but that really stood out to me. And it kind of reminds me of, like, you know, transcendence and transmutation, transformation. Of course, the wands is very the fiery energy of the divine feminine. Okay, so very creative, very forward motion, forward momentum, very in tune with nature, very receptive, nurturing, abundant, fertile, generous, fruitful. So I was thinking of, you know, okay, so the bud turning into a flower, it's kind of like when we've transcended having to take our medicine. So, like, when you first have to take medicine when you're a kid and it tastes bitter, and your mom's like, no, it's going to make you feel better, you need to take this, and you're like, oh god, you're gagging, it's disgusting. But then, like, you know, you start feeling better, and you're like, oh, mom, you were right, you know, and, you know, of course, mom knows best, right? But, so the next time you're sick, and mom presents you with the medicine, you know it's bitterness, but you also know the healing properties contained within. So you're more willing to take the medicine because you know of the beneficial effects of it. So it's this transcendence of pain through the reoccurrence of it. So you've been there, done that, you know how it feels. It might be bitter, but you also know the dramatic results of it affecting you in a positive way. So that's what I mean by the transcendence of it. Even though you know it's bitter, you take it gladly because in the past you know that it's propelled you forward. So, and that's what obstacles are, you know, they're opportunities for growth. They're not opportunities for stagnation, which doesn't exist, because the more you try to hold on, the more you get pushed to move forward, and that's the bud turning into a flower. When the pain of staying tight as a bud overwhelms the pain or being scared, really, of turning into that blossom. But once you bend the bud and you become the blossom, that's like knowing that the medicine is good for you and it helps to bloom you into this beautiful flower. So obstacles as opportunities for growth. So that's if you picked card number 3. So let me pick card number 1 for those air signs that picked card number 1. This is the Guardian of Hearts. So in this deck it goes the Child, the Seeker, the Guide, and the Guardian. So those equate to, in respective order, the Knave, or the Page, the Knight, the Queen, and the King. So this would be the King of Hearts, which is representative of the Cups. This is actually the winged hearts, and it's a very common symbol used by practitioners of Sufism, according to the book. And I used to draw those a lot as a child. I think it was a popular 80s, it was on everything in the 80s. My sister used to draw it a lot, and so when I read that in the book, I was like, very interesting. I've been drawing a symbol that relates to practitioners of Sufism. So, and that's the esoteric Islam and that's where all the truth is in any religion, is the esoteric form of that religion. So in Buddhism, it would be the Vajrayana. So anyway, the guardian of hearts. Okay, this is the feminine expression of Archangel Gabriel. It has the trumpet here, and she's holding the Holy Grail. And these are, of course, the wings to represent the angelic realm and their rainbow, okay? All the rays, the unified rainbow, all the white light of the unified rainbow. And the horn of the trumpet is, right, the healing call of truth. And I do want to read a little bit from the book because it is beautiful, and I'm still studying the angels, so okay. So Gabriel, or they're referring to it as Gabriel, is the chief revealer of divine mysteries to humanity. Okay? So again, the mysteries, the esoteric, which is where all the truth is, okay? The blast of this horn, this trumpet from Archangel Gabriel in this deck, is the wisdom, the knowledge. That is the mystery. The mystery is wherein lies the truth. So let's just see here. It was this archangel who helped Daniel interpret dreams and visions in the lion's den. And Daniel in the book in the Bible is the interpreter of dreams, and I came about that through just being called to a verse, and that's how I found Aesop, and well, that was more divine. I have explained that in another video, but so Daniel is another character, a person in the Bible that I highly resonate with, because I also do that, interpret my own dreams, and for others as well. So Gabriel also came to Zacharias, announcing that John the Baptist would soon be born. And this mighty celestial ambassador came to Mary, saying that her child, Jesus, would be the Messiah, who had been long awaited by the Jewish people. In Revelation, and this is not to like get back and forth about religion, this is just, I'm just reading from the book. So, so in Revelation, it is Gabriel who blows the the trumpet of rebirth. Okay, so it's very, in the traditional tarot, the judgment card, they have this, okay, the trumpet. And the judgment card is very healing, okay, so, and when you're healed, you feel reborn. So it's the trumpet of rebirth, asking human beings to rise out of their antipathy, so not even just apathy, but antipathy, and embrace each other in selfless love and compassion. The name Gabriel actually means hero of God, often depicted carrying a lily, scepter, or holy scroll. This archangel brings glad tidings to the faithful, as well as judgment or mercy to those who have committed sins and evil deeds. But remember, like I said, sin, evil, darkness, it's opportunities for growth. It's helping you to propel you forward and have you bloom into this beautiful flower. So say thank you to the darkness. I say thank you all the time. I give them, sometimes when they're trying to annoy me, I give them a little pat on the head and, oh, aren't you cute, little ankle biters, and okay. But, when it's real tough stuff, it's hard to distinguish whether it's the light or the dark. Thank it all, because it's all helping you to get to you. Okay, so Gabriel helps human beings unite their spirits and bodies through heart-centered revelations and insights. Gabriel impregnates the human soul with a vision of divine wisdom, hoping to stir the personality into a life of greater devotion and service. This archangel's greatest strength occurs while the sun transits through Capricorn and the earth in opposition to the sun in passing through watery Cancer. That's so... Okay, and so the hemisphere, you know, the northern hemisphere is Capricorn and the southern hemisphere is the Tropic of Cancer. And my sun sign is Capricorn and my moon sign is Cancer. And whenever you... And those are polar opposites. So whenever you have 6 months of separation, the next sign, which would be the 7th one from yours, 6 months of separation, they're like counterparts that are very similar. So Capricorns and Cancers can get along very well, and so on and so forth. Gabriel is strongly connected to the magical lunar realm, the cycles of life, and oceanic currents. And this card, a rainbow-winged Gabrielle, is the guardian of hearts. She is a golden-haired mermaid sounding the harmonious music that will bring seals and other sea creatures to the surface world. She carries the holy grail of universal love and human kindness, like I said. The holy grail, okay, is also the Ace of Cups, and that is divine union with self and God. So, watch your dreams for inspiring symbols and stories that ask you to awaken to a higher life. Be compassionate to those individuals who seem most vulnerable and down on their luck. You can be a teacher whose words, songs, and gentle touch heal loved ones. Build a rainbow bridge of trust and understanding to your friends around the world. I love that. Build a rainbow bridge of trust. Building bridges, that's what it's all about. Not burning them, it's about building them, okay? And that's what this is all about. Okay? For you that picked card number 3, that's what it's all about. Is those obstacles as opportunities for growth. So, those of you who picked card number 2, the Ace of Hearts. Oh yeah, that's right. That's okay, so this is like the Holy Grail, which is also relevant to card number 1. Because Archangel Gabriel's holding the Holy Grail. Gabrielle, not on that card. So, and you see there's 2, okay, working together, pushing up this giant heart up through the abyss of the ocean up to the sun. So, like I said about the Holy Grail for card number 1, it's union of self and then union with your creator, and that's represented by the sun. And it's like once this heart gets pushed up from the water into the sun, now its wings can spread, dry off, and fly anywhere it wants to go. And when you're unified within, that's mind, body, spirit, and then as above, so below, as within, so without. So when you're unified also with nature, with God, there's this sense of unity. Okay, so unifying the self is what unifies you to another and unifies you to God. So the Ace of Hearts, or the Ace of Winged Hearts, in traditional decks is the Holy Grail, the Ace of Cups. So, got a lot of water for the air signs. So for Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini, a lot of coming into yourself, into your heart space, into union with self, into union with others that you love, and union with nature and God. And when you do that, you receive all the blessings and gifts that the universe has to offer. So, pay attention to your dreams, all you air signs. I think that's important right now. Your intuition, your dreams, The messages that you're getting from your heart is very important for the month of September. And anything that comes up, just remember, like with the Five of Wands, the obstacles as opportunities for growth. And we can't resist change. We have to keep moving forward. Even if we don't know exactly where that is, or if we're able to do that, do we have the tools, do we have the skills? Just commune with God and get in the stillness and silence and listen to what comes to you, and call in all the benevolent spirits, God, Source, Creator, the animal spirits, ancients, ancestors, nature's nymphs, gnomes, and fairies. So that going within will help you to express your true, authentic self outwardly. And when you do that, you know, you feel like you can fly, and then others see you shining your light bright, and you know, leading by example by doing that helps others to transform. Okay? Hence the butterfly. That's what wands are all about. Transformation, forward motion, making things happen. Okay. Air signs. Good stuff. Have a blessed September. I love you all. Blessings to all my air signs.